Hey guys, I'm Combat Craig, and today we're going to talk about three scams that target veterans and their families. I'm not an accredited agent. This is just veteran to veteran advice. I have been scammed more recently, so this one is kind of closer to my heart, and I've been bringing light to companies and making videos about scams and fraud and protecting your social security number because you guys seem to enjoy this kind of content and you really just can't pound this stuff home enough. You may, social security number. You can't get rid of that thing, right? If you have a credit card number and it gets out there, you could just cut it up. You can't do that with your social security number. So I understand how this works because it happens to me. We talk about VA benefits, and you'll ask a question, and hey, come back, Craig, can you take a look at my decision letter? But you don't block out your social security number, your address, your name, your date of birth. I delete those, by the way, so don't send them. If you are going to send something, which I don't want you to do, write it out and take a picture of it and send it that way, or use a PDF editor or something like that. If you're not dealing with somebody you don't know, because you don't know anything about me, you don't know you don't know if I'm a felon, you don't know anything about me. I'm just a guy in a cowboy hat, right, on YouTube. So you don't know me, and that's the point. If they're not an accredited agent, you don't know them. They haven't been vetted at all. They haven't had a criminal records check. So there's people out there like this company in Louisiana that I talked about in my last couple of videos, and they're doing all sorts of sketchy shit. So the three things I want to talk about are the Veteran Services Imposter scam, the VA benefits scam, and military records scam. So the Veteran Services Imposter scam basically works where somebody will pose as the VA, the Veterans Health Administration, or the Veterans Benefits Administration. And they'll call you up, and a lot of times they'll spoof the phone number. And spoofing means, they'll fake the phone number. So they'll put like 1-800-827-1000 as the incoming call number. Or maybe they can get into the words part and it'll be like your local VA hospital. Or they'll use they'll use an area code that's the same area code you're in. A couple different ways to do this. But be careful. There is a do not call list out there that only applies for people in the United States. All the rest of the companies, they love scamming Americans, so they don't care about the do not call list. That's why this stuff still hasn't been shut down. But anyway, you'll get a call and it'll be like, oh, this looks like the VA. And they'll be like, hey, blah, 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 blah. And they'll ask you for your social security number. Nobody that's legit, a legit government agency, is going to ask you for your social security number over the phone, period. Social Security doesn't do it. The VA doesn't do it. You name it, they don't do it. It's a violation if they do it. So, hey, this is Joe at the VA. I want to check something up. Let me get your full social security number. Like, that's another red flag. They ask you for your last four and your date of birth, which I wouldn't give them that either. But, that if you deal with the VA, you know how they talk to you. So if somebody's calling you up saying they're with the VA and they want your entire social security number, you should be hanging up the phone already. So this is the way the Veteran Services Imposter scam works. They pretend to be the Veterans Health Administration or Veterans Benefits Administration. And once they get your social, then they sell it, and they sell it to, whatever, some other shithole country. And then who knows where it goes. Pain in the ass. Protect your social security number. It's a pain in the ass when that thing gets breached because your main course of action is going to the credit companies and locking down your credit so people aren't opening up accounts and that kind of stuff. Another one is the Veterans Benefits scam. I talked about a company in my last couple of videos over the past month about a company in Louisiana that was having their doctors, not sure if they were fake doctors or not, but they're basically committing fraud, over embellishing veterans benefits, and then they're packing them into these gigantic 3-year-long contracts and then having them stay in their nursing home, which was unaccredited and unlicensed in the state of Louisiana. And this company was called Vet Attend. The Attorney General of Louisiana finally went in there, investigated them, and shut them down and put all these fraudsters out of business. But a lot of people got scammed in the process. So be careful who you're dealing with when you're dealing with veterans benefits. Again, I don't work one-on-one with veterans. This is one of the main reasons. I don't have access to all your personal information. So how could I possibly help you with your claim if I don't even know what you're fighting against? I'm not accredited. This isn't what I do for a living. I make videos for a living. So I'm not a good candidate. There's other companies out there that are not accredited. Watch out for them too. Everybody, watch out for whoever you're dealing with. If they're not accredited and they're asking for your social security number and they're asking for your personal information, you better think real hard why you're giving it to them. So veterans benefits scams, aid in attendance is another one. Aid in attendance, I'm not talking about special monthly compensation. I'm talking about the one where you have to qualify for it and you have a pension, and then you have to have a certain amount of assets. This is kind of like it's a financial veterans benefits scam, but basically non-accredited people will help you move the money around. And they don't tell you that there's a look back period and that it's fraud and illegal and that you're going to get caught. They leave all that stuff out. So they set you up and move the money around and like, oh yeah, you need to get these assets out to your kid or whatever. And then they go in, they swoop in, they get a piece of the upfront action. They attach themselves to your back pay, illegal. And then you get caught in a lot of cases, illegal. Don't do it. So anything that is scammy and fraudy and too good to be true probably is. Use your gut feeling. Even if you have a lot of mental health problems like I do, you might even be more paranoid, which I am, but you may be oblivious and taking a shitload of Prozac too. But you're going to need to, pull your head out of your ass enough to be aware of what's going on and who you're dealing with. And that comes down to the accreditation piece. The last one is the military records scam that I want to talk about. So you may need to get a copy of your DD-214 or your VA claims file or, your national personal records from MEPS or something like that. There's different places you go to ask for these different records. And there's companies out there that have websites and stuff, and like, yeah, we'll put it on a fast track and we'll expedite it and we'll get it quickly. In reality, they're just charging you money and they're scamming you. You don't need to pay that money. You can get your DD-214 for free. You can get your MEPS records for free. You can get your entire claims file for free. It's not the quickest service in the world. Your VA claims file could take up to a year. But there are different places. I'm not going to say that it's super easy to navigate. I'm just saying it's for free. So you do not need to hire a company to get your military records, any of your military records for you. Stick with the VA and mail them, or you could probably call the VA and ask them, but you'll probably do that request through mail. I know at the VA claims file, you do that through a FOIA request. So figure out what you need to do. Google's a good place to check on what you need to do, but make sure you're dealing with the VA or the right government agency when you're going after your records. And if it's a fly-by-night company that just ranks high on Google, I'd be looking out for them. So those are my 3 scams. Sorry, those are my 3 scams for today. Veterans Imposter Services scam, VA benefits scam, and military records scam. So be safe out there, you crazy kids, and I'll see you in the next video.